with any luck, huh, Peach? What do you say, Peach? What do you say, Peaches? You got something to say about that, Peach? Hmm? That's a peachy peach. Hi, Casey. Hello. Peaches, you say hello. Peachy girl. Yeah, her behavior's good. I just wish that her droppings were. My Peach. Hi, Kira. Let's move this a little closer so I don't have to turn my head so much. Right, Peach? No fun to be turning our heads all the time, is it? No. No, Peach. Hi, Susie Q. I know, Peach. Hey, I think I see Amy. And Michelle's back. See? Peaches? See? What do you have to say about all this? You say hello? Is that what you got to say? Hello? Hello? Hi, Susie. Well, this one, her behavior is doing okay. Michelle, her behavior's okay, but her droppings are not good. So they're small, they're scant, and they have too much blood in them. It's not as bad today as it was yesterday. So, right, Peach? What do you have to say? Let's see, what are the issues I'm facing right now? Babaloo is starting to fight me going into his cage. Hi, Bob. Yeah, he's just hiding behind toys in there now. It's obvious they need new toys. They tore them up yesterday. Peach? Hold on a sec there, kid. Turn off the sound deadening. It sounds weird here. Let's see, Cecil's doing better about his territoriality. I am able to put the footstool back in the aviary, and he plays in there a little bit, but he's not nipping at my feet too much, so that's getting better. As far as health goes, the main two issues are Bob with his he's messy because he was going to have a prolapse, but I think our diet changes have helped. I don't know for sure. There's no way to know for sure, but he hasn't prolapsed yet. He's just a little loose in his bowels, so I have to clean him up a couple of times a day. This one needs a bath every day because she's having trouble with her going to the bathroom. Snowball, he's just been vocal a lot. He's been talking up a storm. Not that you guys have heard, but he has been, when I come in here in the morning, he's been chattering along. This morning he was saying, Snowball, Snowbird, Snowball's a good bird, how are you? Hi. He was going off just, and he was doing it in his breathing in voice, which is funny to hear because it doesn't sound normal at all. But he usually uses that voice where he says, hello, instead of hello, but he can do it either way. He can talk inhaling or exhaling. Only bird I've ever seen do that. But he's doing well. Another thing I did with Bob, and I can show you this. He's been throwing his food bowls down. So I went hunting and bought these from our buddy Jeff, right? Jeff Bezos. Not that I like giving money to somebody who wastes it going into space for 13 minutes, but These are unique. I've not found anything else like it. They have a screw that you can tighten it down right there. That screw, it's trying to get close enough for you to see it, with the wing nut, so that he is less likely, I'm not going to say not able to, but less likely to dump the food and water out of there. He still has 2 bowls up on top. He hasn't dumped his wet food bowl yet. And if he does, I've got some more of those that I got. Always having to buy things to deal with issues, because you just do. But he's been very talkative, Mr. Snowball here. Bob's hiding. See? He's just kind of hiding in the back. Also, he won't take his medicine at night. He won't. It's because he's had so much food. He just won't take any peanut butter. He would if he thought there was no medicine in it, I'm guessing, because he used to. I said, Gary, you like the chain? Yeah. But he could break those bars if he wanted to. I'm hoping not. I have a bunch of hog rings if he starts doing that. And then I'll have to try to get a stronger cage. Probably a king's cage would work for him. But this one up here is the one he's doing much better with his territoriality. He's still ripping his toys up fast, though. Toys from yesterday, it's hard to believe. Where'd the wood go? There's a little wood left on them, but he's tore everything else off. Well, there's still a couple of finger traps. Peaches, you can't climb into my head. I've got Peaches on me right now. Peach, ouch. That's me you grabbed. Sit right here. You're going to get down because you're grabbing my shirt. She's trying to get on my shoulder. But she's not steady enough on her feet to get on my shoulder. Are you, girl? At least she's behaving as she used to, so. Most of her behavior is pretty normal. She's climbing up a lot on the aviary. She did that this morning. She did this morning, too, so. And then Cause has calmed down, haven't you, Cause? Hi, Cockatoo. She was getting a little too territorial and starting to chase people off my lap, so I had to put her up on a rope, and she'll sit there and just look at me like, aren't you going to take me down? I did that for a couple of days, and then towards the end of being out there, I put her on my lap. Now she seems to be over that. She is still intimidating Lorelei, though, who's hiding in the back of the cage. I don't even see her. Where are Lorelei? Where are you? We have a hiding Lorelei. Lorelei. Well. Oh, there you are. And hi, Aaron. And I had to put something to block these two from seeing each other because they don't have friendly behaviors. People will say like they don't like each other. Well, no one knows that. It's something to do with territoriality is the only thing I can say. So, and yeah, these cages are cleaned every day, and you can't tell it by looking at them. It looks just like they haven't been cleaned in a while. I actually have mitts that I put on that have these dangling microfiber things and so I can get the underside at the same time. So I go through and I clean. I'll get back to the birds in a minute, but I go through and clean the wires on every cage, clean that up, and then I go through and clean. Take the paper out and clean the trays every day. So. Oh, good. Smashing the light button is a good thing, Falcon Sue. And then this is Mander, and he's doing pretty well for somebody who has a twisted. Yeah, it is. You're right, Aaron. The thing is, I wish I had more time to do fundraising because right now our funds are really kind of stretched. So that move really cost us. So, and even with some big donations we've gotten, it just hasn't covered everything. So right now we're paying interest charges, which I don't like to do. And then there's Sugar back there. Like I can say, he's doing fine. His weight's good, his poop's good, attitude is good. He's pretty much having a good time. Loves going outside, easy to get back inside. For a while, he wasn't so easy to get back inside. He didn't want to. He's like, I'm not going back in there. And then Sugar I'm having a little difficulty getting her medicine into her. she has started trying to fight me on that in the mornings. She wants to go outside, so that's all she's thinking about, and she tries to get me not to give her the medicine and go straight out, and that just can't happen. So now I'm having to put her on her cage door, using that as a perch. So I get her up on the cage door, and if she won't put her head back, yeah, so do I, Aaron. Right now I'm trying everything I can, but getting grants is really tough. You have to have a grant writer. I don't have one. And even then, they want rescues that rehome animals. And I usually tell them, if you want us to rehome, that's like asking me to rehome porcupines, I mean, come on. These guys are wild animals. They really shouldn't be in homes. Right, Peach? No, you're not climbing on my shoulder. No, you're not, Peaches. No, no, no. It's nice that you want to climb, though. It's good that you want to climb, baby. She's all bouncy girl right now. You can't get on these cages because someone might bite your feet, and we can't have that. Nope, nope, nope. And so Sugar, that's my main issue with Sugar. She does have to get used to the other people in the house. She's still territorial about me, mate territoriality, so... yeah, it's hard to understand them. It's like understanding something from another planet. They're not mammals. They don't have much in common with us, other than the fact that they breathe and poop, right? Peach has, you've got to stop tickling my stomach. She's tickling my chest by nipping at it. She's not trying to bite me. She's just nipping at my chest. And unfortunately, that's ticklish. What are you going to do, bounce? Bouncy girl. Bouncy girl. You want to sit on my lap? No, she wants to climb up my chest. Well, I'm glad you're full of energy. I'm glad of that. I don't have a perch in here. I can bring a perch next time if you want one. I suppose I will. Oh, you're going to sit on the chair and use it as a perch. All right. All right. No, you're going to climb. She wants to get on my shoulder. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do I look like something to climb on? I do. Hi, LP. Her behavior is good. Her droppings are not so good. They were a little better today. Yesterday, it was about half and half. Half dropping and half blood. So, but it's better today. I lowered the Moluccan dosage just a little bit. So, hoping that it's some slight variation on that will help. It's hard to say. And Lucy is just a little pleasure lately. She's been a lot more, what's the word for it? She'll sit on you without vibrating, and she's a lot more engaged with everybody, and she's not quite as territorial. So she's coming along nicely in the new environment. And then Pippa is Pippa. Pippa likes to play with the guy of the house, one of our compatriots here. Through the cage door, we call that... protected contact, but she does like to play with him. So he can play with her feet and her beak through the cage door. In the past, anybody tried to do that, they would lose a little bit of blood in the process. Yeah, I like to say that she makes a good impression, but it heals in a week or so. And again, she's doing nicely and her attitude's coming along. Romeo's doing well. He's coming out more frequently. He's a lot more interested. He's actually saying, I love you to me, which because I've had to give him medicine and that kind of thing, he doesn't generally like to do that. But he gets sprayed every time I open his cage door. Not right away. I pet him, then I give him what I'm going to do. If I'm changing his food or his water or whatever, cleaning his cage, then I pet him. Again, then I spray him with water. And so now he's glad to see me because he likes to get sprayed with water. So he's putting up with the other issues. So all in all, they're all doing pretty well. Well, who put Lucy in the corner? Well, we had to have somebody there, and she likes to look outside, so I have birds that like to see the outside there. Sugar will stare at the aviary for quite a bit of the day. She wants to be out there, even though it's hot. She doesn't, of course, realize that she wouldn't last very long out there in the high heat. I think today they were predicting 37, so somewhere around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So Lucy's one that can tolerate being close to a window. You can't put birds next to a window that have a problem with windows. If that was the case, we'd have to have the shade down all day. So, which we don't, fortunately. Hey, you. She's sitting in the corner. Hey, Loose Goose. Loose Goose. Lucy. What are you doing? Loose. She's ignoring me now. She's looking at me though. Lucy. Hi, Loose. Loose the goose. Come on, Goose. There you go, Goose. Come on. Lucy. Oh, we got a peach. A pretty song, Peaches. Pretty song, Peaches. Pretty song. Oh, that figures. Sometimes the old Apple Assistant gets in the way. And, you're just talking and it tries to turn on music, or it just doesn't get it. I think that's mostly because English is not a great language. Right, Peach? Okay, we're going to put this up so people can see the Peach trying to eat my head. Well, she's not trying to eat my head. She just wants to get up. Don't you, Peach? Don't you? Ugh. Okay. What's going on, Peaches? You just want more attention or what? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You doing the bouncy Peach? You doing the bouncy Peach? You gonna give us a song? Oh, Peaches, you're gonna do a song? She's all fired up. What are you so fired up for? She says, I want on that shoulder. I'm just gonna get there. No, you'll fall. I don't want you falling off my shoulder. This is not the greatest shirt to sit on. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, thank you, Amy, for that super chat. Yeah. I hate paying the bills right now. We were doing fairly well until this move, so we were surviving, let's put it that way. Right, Peach? What's up, Peaches? What's up, Peaches? You look a little crazed there, girl. What are you doing? So they're all doing pretty well. They've certainly adapted to being here. The only one that has a problem going back in his cage is Bob. Everybody else doesn't have an issue with that. Right, Peach? What do you want? I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want, girl. Oh, baby. Want to sing a song? Peaches, you want to sing a song? No, you don't want to sing a song. So yesterday, let's see, day before yesterday, I made their food for the next 4 days. Oh, thank you, Parrot. I happen to like that particular stone. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Much needed and much appreciated. You want to say hi, Peach? Hello. There you go. Put the foot out. Put the foot out. Say hi, Parrot. Yeah. Much appreciated, huh, baby? Yeah, I just had to buy more medicine for her, too, so. More meds for the baby? Yeah. Look at that foot. Look at that foot. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I'd love to go from surviving to thriving, Aaron. You know? It's been a while since we've had to pay interest charges. That's not a good thing. You know? holding our own on nuts. I wish we still had that deal with nuts.com, but the problem with them is that they kept sending us the wrong thing and still charging us for it. So, and these guys don't eat little tiny pieces of papaya. You know, I cut chunks, so I want the spears, and they kept sending the wrong ones 4 times in a row, and they were trying to make it look like it was my fault, even though it's quite clear in the package it's supposed to be those. So, but let's see, we can always use papaya, sunflower seeds, in the shell, roasted, but no salt, obviously. Banana chips they get, and then almonds. Those are the main little treats they get. Yeah, it was pretty annoying. And then the last guy I talked to there on the help desk said, it will never happen again. And it happened the next time. So I sent an email to the person in charge, and I was polite. I just said, maybe if your help desk people are promising things that aren't going to be true, maybe you should have them trained in India. And she got all upset at me for saying that. I said, trained in India? Those people are... The reason I said that is because if you've ever dealt with one, it might be hard to understand, the language when people are talking with an accents. We have them too, right? Everybody has an accent. But let's say your hard drive died on your computer. You can almost hear them going, well, why don't you take your hard drive and put it down right in front of you and pray over it, because it's passed away. I mean, because they really care, right? I mean, you can tell that they care, but so I wasn't even being mean about it. I'm just saying the people I've dealt with who they were really able to go the long haul with me when I had issues, and they were from India, so. But she took it the wrong way, which is typical in email, right? Yeah, banana chips, sunflower seeds, and papaya. That's what they get. That's their treats. And then they get a mixture of Harrison's. And I finally decided to do it this way. They get Harrison's, they get the Missouri that's meant for like zoos and that kind of thing, because they're the right size pellets. And then they get, come on, brain. Supreme. So they get the Supreme for large parrots. They get a mixture of 3. That way, if one company goes down the drain, they're used to seeing the other pellets, and they'll have something to eat. So, I always, when I was younger, always wanted to go to India. The only nuts that I wouldn't get for them would be pine nuts in the shell, because I've actually seen that fracture a beak. It did that to salamander, and I had a lot of work to do. But no, I don't know of any nuts that are a problem. Well, recently, Supreme had an issue where it was running out all over the place. I was looking to buy a replacement, and all I could find was like a 3-pounder. What in the world? And I called them, and they never called me back. They said they would call you back, and they never did. And all they were doing was changing the package. So having 3 different pellets in the bowl, that way you know that if something happens, you're not going to have a bird going, I don't know what that is, I'm not touching it. Yeah, almonds, actually, that's something I left out. They do get almonds. They get 1 almond, which Cecil expects to see his almonds, so does Babaloo, and so does Snowball. The rest of them, not quite as interested. They eat them sometimes. And they occasionally get walnuts. The shell is kind of dangerous, so they can get into a shell, no problem. I like the shelled ones that are not in the shell for them. Almonds I like in the shell. But the shell on a walnut is just kind of dangerous for them. Actually, it's probably safer then to chew on plastic than it is to chew on a walnut shell. But yeah, walnuts out of the shell. If they come in the shell, I just take them out anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's right, Pippa. That's right. Yeah, yeah, they like walnuts, don't you? Be aware that our address has changed, so that if you want to send anything, email me at fatherdon@chloesanctuary.org, and I'll give you the address to send it to. We're not in, we were in Fallbrook. We're not there anymore. We're in Riverside County, so. Right, Peach? Right, Peach. Yeah, so they get, what they get is they get they get a walnut, excuse me, they get an almond, they get one piece, like small piece of banana chip, they get a cashew, I failed to mention that, they get a cashew, and a piece of papaya, and a few sunflower seeds in there, and then sunflower seeds roasted and unsalted, right? And then the pellets. And so they'll eat a little bit of the treats, but the treats draw them to the bowl, right? They're drawn to the bowl, and then they get in there and eat pellets. You look over, and the pellets are disappearing, so it's good for them. With the Missouri pellets, I get the ones that are meant for the zoos. And the reason for that is the one that they say are for large parrots, but it's sold in the pet stores. It's got these big pellets, which are okay, and then these other ones that are too small. So the ones that are meant for the zoo actually are all uniform and they're the same size. And they will say they're meant for breeding parrots, but you know, it's not really true. It's just what's the word for it? A higher protein mix. And you're not gonna want to overdo them on protein, but there's a little more protein and fat in those. So, right, Peach? Right, Peach? Got that foot out again. You got that foot out. Yes, you do. Well, folks, that's our time. I actually have to go do something like a smog check today, which is real fun. So I'm going to have, even if I wanted to stay longer, I couldn't. And I've got Amy helping me, and she needs to go to bed. It's getting late out there. So thank you all for coming. Thanks, Aaron, so much. We could certainly use some nuts and stuff. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks, Parrot, for the super chat, and Amy for the super chat, and LP for asking about peaches. And so if you all will bear with me, we will see you again on Monday. If you join Patreon, though, then you can get into Workplace, and you can be with us on our Thursday and Sunday live meetings where you get to actually talk to the birds. They get to talk back to you. So something to think about. Thanks a lot. We will see you next time.